What's good, y'all? I've had this mental monologue a few times, but like I just where I'm at mentally when it comes to work and jobs and corporate America, it's like I don't want to tell people how to get better at corporate America. But then again, people are in different places in their lives. People still need jobs. For those of you that feel like you need a job, it's like try working for yourself. Now you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not mad at anyone that's doing what they gotta do, right? It's just like the job, you're fulfilling somebody else's dream. They're sitting back going on vacations and you're making them money. Why don't you spend all that time on yourself? Some advice that I probably should probably take, but I have a mission right now, and that's kind of what keeps me where I'm at. But anyway, just throw that out there. But for those of you that are in the job hunt, okay, cool. Let me talk to you. You know, people get anxiety, they get nervous, they get scared when it comes to the interview. I'm wondering why. Like even from the beginning, sure there's like those little, those pre-show jitters, you know what I'm saying? But when you're going into the interview, you have to understand something. You've already won a good chunk of the race. Every job you apply to Target, you apply to Walmart, you apply to such and such law firm, you apply here and there, and blah blah. It's very competitive, and you gotta come with your A game. And this, hundreds of people send in their applications, their resumes, their phone calls, whatever, and they called you. That means out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, they called you. A handful of people, maybe five, maybe 10, but usually it's like 5 people that they have that they actually interview. Sometimes it's even less than that for a smaller company. It's like they come in, they look at you, they're like, okay, wow, you stand out, we like you. That means out of that stack of people, they brought it down to 5 people and they picked you. You're one of them. You already beat hundreds of people, and yet you're still plotting your own downfall when it comes time for the interview. You should walk in with the most confidence. Hey, yo, I already beat 200 people out for this job. This shit is mine. That's the energy you gotta come with. What you have to understand is they are interested in you. You are now getting ready to be selling your time, your effort, your skill set. They're the ones giving you money. They are interested in investing in you. That's essentially what it is. That's why I don't like corporate America. It's an investment. It's not. There's a difference. Of course, it's all about how you talk about it. What mode I'm in. But it's an investment. And then if they're not making a return on investment, aka your utilization is low, especially during these times, and y'all could probably guess there's something personal with that one. It's like then all of a sudden all that company family stuff goes out the window, and now you've become a number. That's why I try to get people away. But anyway, little rant in there. Sorry, I had to vent a little bit. But but one of the things here though is you already damn near won. Now finish the race strong. When you get to the finish line, do you slow down and the person zips right past you? Or do you sprint all the way through and you don't slow down until you've already ran across the tape? Do you have Kobe mentality? Do you just give up, oh, I got the job? Because I don't want to get you overconfident. It's like, do you have the job? Is the job done? Are you filling out the paperwork? No, then the job's not done. Don't ease up. You speed up through the finish line. That's what you got to do. Finish the race. You started it. You filled out the application. You submitted it. Blah, blah, blah. Finish the race with the interview. Seal the deal. Right? Because one thing that y'all need to remember is these people are just people. They're just people. So why are you scared of needing their approval? But if I don't get this job, look at all that fear. Y'all know I don't like fear. You are just, oh, but what if they don't like me? Then they don't. Why would you want to be around people that don't like you? They don't like you, but I hope they still give me the job. They don't like you. Why do you want to be there? Some of y'all need to remember that these people are bored. A lot of these people in these positions have literally given their lives to their career, to their job, fulfilling somebody else's dream, making some other person money. Some of these people haven't even met their own CEOs of their companies that they've given their lives to. They get a little message in the mail. They get a little newsletter or something. You have to remember that. Some of these people want friends because they don't have none. Some of these people live to work, you know? So go in there with that energy. Yes, of course, highlight yourself, bada bing, bada boom, but tell a joke. You know what I mean? Talk about some random stuff. You know, get a little chuckle out of people. Have some people really thinking like, damn, I didn't think about that. You've already taken it off of the table. Like, you've already taken it off of, oh, what's this person's credentials? Let me read their resume of their things, of them explaining themselves to how good they are. You know what I'm saying? And you moved it to a conversation. You already moved past the interview. That's why I say live in the end. Talk to them as if you've already been working with them. You know, I don't go in with the hello, Mr. Hello, blah, blah, blah. If your name is Paul, you know what I'm saying? I'm terrible at making up names. I don't know why. But it's like, if your name is Paul, you email me, your name is Paul Smith. Okay, cool. Hey, Prince, this is Paul. I would like to extend the interview time. Maybe we should do it on this day, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Thanks, Paul. No, yes, I get it. It's a term of respect. You know, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You know, all that type of stuff. I get it. But there gets a point when you become an adult. Is a young person getting a job, then yes sirs and no sirs are really nice. Oh, this is a nice young man, a nice young woman. Okay, I really like them. I'd like to take them under my wing. But then there's some positions where it's like, yo, what's good, Paul? Hey, yo, Paul, yo. People want a friend. It's more relatable when it's not Mr. and Mrs. and it's the person's actual name that you will be referring to them as when you're working in that position. Oh, hey, Mr. Smith. Dude, I'm like one step above you. You don't have to call me Mr. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like in some of these places. Now, I'm speaking from a more corporate America type of thing, you know, when it comes to this. But nevertheless, people want people that they want to enjoy seeing when they show up to the office. The person that can talk and make everyone laugh and keep things entertaining is more likely to get the job than the person that's super qualified for it, you know, because they just like you as a person. Why? Another reason why I'm so against like the way that we've been living, like corporate America, like go get your money and do what you gotta do. But the corporate America structure, it doesn't value individuality. There's all these forms, templates. There's a way that you're expected to do things that some of it is very outdated. And the older generations that are still in power, still controlling these companies, don't want young people to be themselves and grow. That's why I always push, especially young people, entrepreneurship. It's kind of one of those things, learn from me. And then watch my success a little bit later on. But it's like, I'm currently going through the quote, quote mistake I'm telling y'all to avoid. Kind of like the people in those smoking commercials. And now talk out of a hole. Like, it's like, learn from our mistakes. I got wrapped into the rat race of this corporate America thing. If you're going to interview at a startup or something like that. You know, of course, I know you got to get your money now to keep yourself sustained. I understand. I'm in the same position. But start to make those little bit of moves. Your job, right? Your job right now is not to finance your life. Your job, every dollar, you know, should be spent, you know, working towards your dreams, creating that dream life. So how are you going to do that? Well, you're damn skippy, not going to save up, making $12 an hour, $13 an hour. At some point, you're going to have to take a risk with that money and invest it into something. Either invest it in yourself, invest it in your goal, your dream, some camera equipment, you know, invest it over time. Save up a little bit, buy a cheap little camera. I do my YouTube channel off of my phone. The same phone I do my work calls on is the same phone I do YouTube on. Same thing, you know. It's like, but I make an investment, you know. So it's like, I don't invest too much into the YouTube thing because I'm not taking it seriously. My investment goes to me. I'm the one in front of the camera, so my money goes to me. These crystals are more than just to look nice and be spiritual. No, they have a purpose for me. These are all investments. These are why I've been growing so much. My video on, like, you know, success doesn't happen quickly. You have to keep on grinding for it, whatever. Go look at my first video. Go look at the months in between. Look at the growth of my freaking hair. This is me investing in me. That's why I'm growing on this YouTube thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm just having fun ranting, but that's why, because I use the money that I'm getting from these jobs that I can't stand so much, and I put them towards the life that I want to live, the life that I feel like I deserve, where I don't have to wake up for work for you, I wake up and work for me. And not even in the sense of just to make money. I mean, I put in work to enhance my mind, to enhance my body. So that's why you need to use these jobs for that. The jobs should be used to fund your future life. But like I said, you're not just going to save, save, save. At some point, you're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to do something. That's where I'm at with it. One way or another, either, my investments pay off, and that's exactly what I intended them to do. That's the change I needed to make in my life. Or it blows up in my face, and I'm still working a job anyway. So what's the problem? Either way, if you fail, you're still working jobs to get money. So you might as well go for it now. You understand? Like, learn the balance, invest in yourself, and have a little cushion in case life happens. But that's just my mindset, and I could go a lot deeper on this. If y'all are interested in this, feel free to let me know. But I could talk about some things that some people probably are just living through but haven't observed. But anyway, I know I veered off in this video, but the job interview means you're damn near there. It's time to put in your last sprint. Stop being scared of what are they going to say. You don't care. You have to walk into that room like you already have the job. Living in the end, right? When it comes to manifestation, living in the end. Some of y'all trying to manifest a good job. Oh my God, please, oh, thank you. You're doing all the manifestation techniques to manifest this. Okay. One of the techniques is live in the end. Walk in there like you already got a desk. Like you just talked with Stacy in accounting at the water cooler. You know what I'm saying? Hear that office small talk. Oh, the weather outside's crazy, huh? Yeah, man, yo, it's crazy out there. Yo, it's been warm, bro. Like the weather, dog. You ain't got nothing more important to talk about. But that's the life that you have to make sure. If you get stuck into this corporate America stuff, if you get stuck in fulfilling somebody else's dream, make sure you have it in your mind. I get in, I put in my time, I get out. Your time can be as long or as short as it needs to be. But this is just a little bit of the mindset. This is how we break the chains of corporate power. When one person leaves, they're going to start to change their tune. That's why they're trying to implement right now. See, I know I'm going off right now. They're trying to implement the 4-day work week. Okay, well, we need to spicy up the deal. We're going to start implementing the 4-day work week. So more and more people want to stay at work. All these people that got sent home during the times that we're in. Okay, I'm going to avoid my words. The times that we're in, they got comfortable. Now, wait a minute. I feel better when I'm surrounded by my family every day. I feel better when I'm home every day. Even though I don't have as much money as I had before and times are tough, I'm still with my family. I don't want to leave them to go spend these 40 hours a week with people that I would never hang out with ever in my life. When my family is right here, I could wake up and see my husband. I could wake up, see my wife. I could wake up, see my kids. I could wake up, see my damn dog every day. And I could just stay with them all day. That's another reason people don't want to go back to work. They call it, oh, you're just lazy. Get a job, hippie. Ugh. But it's like, there's more to life than these jobs. Right now that's the way society is, but that's it's crumbling or transforming. We don't know. I hear a bunch of different things from a whole bunch of different aspects of my life, but nevertheless, it's like, there's a switch coming. The change is coming. All the freedom that you and I have been trying to manifest, that we have been manifesting, see, I still slip up, that we have been manifesting is coming to fruition. We might not need these jobs because people like me, people like others are saying entrepreneurship, work on yourself, work for yourself. Whatever works for your own personal growth, then go do that. Sometimes these jobs, yes, they do teach you some skills to help you run a business. So it is good to get a little bit of practice. But look at it like that. If you're stuck in this thing, you're building experience. Get in and get out. Learn as quickly, especially you young people. Don't stay in these companies long. Don't. Go from place to place because they be like, oh, job hunting, it makes you look. No. That's all about how you market it. I've been at 3 companies now, and I'm just saying, well, this is my 3rd one, like post-college. But yeah, so okay, I'll just use myself. I've been at 3 companies now. Usually, it was like the first 2 was 1 year, 1 year. And then this one's just like hopefully my last company I work for. So it's like the first 2 were just me learning and me be like, yo, I don't want to keep doing this for the rest of my life. Like, this ain't it. Go to the next place where you're treated like shit. And like, they're talking down on you. Your supervisor, oh my God, I could tell some stories. It's like your supervisor is literally standing like above you all the time. And if you stand up, he stands up. It's that deep sometimes. Some of these people are put in positions of power called management. I'm going off now. With the intellectual side is over, and I'm just ranting. So if y'all want to click off, feel free. It's like some of these people, like they say leadership, leadership, leadership. They teach you leadership in school, but then you see the quote quote leadership positions, like who they're filled by, and you're like, this person's a leader? No, they're in a position that's called manager. That's one of my biggest things. I have issues with authority because, my spiritual stuff, y'all know what I'm on. So when you tell me to do something, or you tell me that there's going to be repercussions, and this is from the past, not currently, there's going to be repercussions for doing this. When you have companies that are trying to get money from the people working from them, you look at your view is so different. Let me tell y'all that quick story, right? My first company, there was these trainings these certifications that you had to have to go do your job, like concrete testing, the soil compaction testing for building foundations and stuff like that. It's you have to have some type of training for that. Cool, that makes sense, no problem. But before me, or maybe during my onboarding, there was a guy that got all these certifications and dipped. He got all these certifications, then he went to another company. That's life. People move on. You're now qualified for something above you. But some of these companies think that you have your undying allegiance to them. That's crazy to me. And one of the things that was crazy was companies pay for your training, and by some federal, some laws actually require some of them to actually, the company has to pay for your training, which is cool. And go do your research on that if you need it. But one of the things that was super messed up that my first company tried to do was they tried to make me sign a contract that implied if I don't stay here after a year after getting a certain certification, I have to pay back the company. You feel me? That's something that really changed. It really brought my view of what I thought corporate America was, and getting this nice job that my college degree helped me get. And that really made me hit the brakes on it. It's a skirt. You want me to pay you if I go on and better my own life and go on to a position that better suits me? So they were pressing people to get them to sign it. Kind of like some certain situations going on in life right now. The United States of America is a company. By definition, it's a business. So that's going to trickle down. That is why, also it's very militant. Why do you think they're called companies? Well, what do you call a battalion or whatever in the military? They're companies. Corporate America went to the military to figure out how to run people, organize people, control people. That's facts. Go look it up. And we're back. But me, with my company that says, oh, we're here for you, we're all a family, and they're going to make you sign something that makes you pay them back? That don't sound too family-like to me. And for months after that, I had to duck them for that. Oh, did you sign the paper? Did you sign that thing? Oh no, I'll get to it. And I quit. When I quit that job, it was almost a perfect year. When I quit that job in a year, my project manager, he was just one, it was a relatively smaller company, but my project manager guy, my supervisor, literally on the last day tried to get me to sign a piece of paper that would make me owe that company money. You see? That's real messed up. And then you're doing it to a young person that's just fresh out of college. You see what I'm saying? It's all about money in corporate America. They try to act like they give you the benefits and all that type of stuff, but then when things get dire, that family stuff goes out the window and you become a number. That's the fight I'm fighting on the inside right now. That's my fight. Some people's race, religion, gender identity, whatever. We all have to fight your fight. Do what you gotta do, whatever. This is mine. And I'm not done until I see the beast laying on the ground. However, I gotta do it. So right now I'm just playing the game, as we all are. But it's just y'all need to remember something, people. You have zero, what's the word I'm looking for? Loyalty, allegiance, whatever. You have zero allegiance to these companies. Because like I said, it's all fun and rainbows when you're doing what they want you to do. But if you're trying to change up the game, excuse me, if you're trying to change up the game too much, or if you're speaking your truth a little too much, that's when things start to get a little hairy. And then, oh, but I thought you respected my views. I thought you wanted us to be open and talk to you about things that we want to see changed in the company. This is just something that you see throughout all of corporate America. I'm not being specific to any time period or any time period of my life, or any job that I worked. This is just a common theme from when I worked at Target at 16. You know, when I worked at Target at 16, when I worked at Ocean Breeze, it's all money. Why do they get mad if you don't clock in? Why do they get mad if you don't properly log your time? Because they don't know how much to bill. They don't know how much money is going to. It's all money. There's no human interaction. And then, you know, in certain places, and I've seen this especially in the business world. Once again, my friends are business people, so I see it. You know, it's like you are an outcast, or you're setting yourself back if you don't participate in these company events. We got people going to brunch with work people on Sundays and having chili cook-offs and hot dog contests and whatever cute baby picture contests on weekends and Friday nights. I have spent 40 plus hours with y'all, giving y'all all of my time and energy. I don't want to be with y'all anymore. I want to go be with the people I actually want to be with all day, every day. You have to, like in every company, we give you, like for example, let's just go crazy with it. We give you 3 months of vacation every year. 3 months of vacation that I have to ask permission to use. Is it okay if I take my time off here? I know that I earned this through my time, my labor, but I still have to ask permission to use it. That don't sound like a trap to you? That don't sound like that dream of having the dream job? Like this is something I talked about in one of my earlier videos, that the term dream job is an oxymoron? Two words right next to each other that have a completely opposite meaning? Dream, freedom to do whatever I want with all of my time, with every single hour in the day. And then job, the thing that I have to clock in and clock out at a certain time. I have to follow all these rules, regulations. Everyone's fake in the office because if you say a curse word, people look at you funny. But then when people get mad, they're allowed to curse and everything's okay and everything's all friendly. You know, people talk about the weather and that's the highlight of their day. You know what I'm saying? You give someone the slightest chuckle that makes their day. That's how little they have to go for them. Do you want to be a part of that system? For you young people that went to college and you think that this workforce is everything that you think it is, it's a Disney dream. Why some people are disillusioned with, like for people like me, disillusioned by the movies that we see about romance and love. I was one of those kids. I was very much influenced to seeing these movies. That's not how life works. You're sold the dream, and then when you open up the package, there's a pile of poop in it. Try not to cuss. You know, it's like there's a pile of poop in it. That's what corporate America is. That's what the programming of school is, to get you ready for this world. They spend 10 years doing it. I just made a video on it. That's why we're saying it again. You know, it's like you've been trained for this, so you think this is the only option when you realize, wait a minute, all these billionaires are high school dropouts. Wow, this person's successful and they didn't even go to school. You know, this person is influential, giving mind-blowing speeches. This person was never in the school system. You know, some of these people, the people that make our regulations in our jobs, they have they make all the rules for society, have never even worked jobs, regular jobs. These are career politicians. They literally went to school. Oh, I went to MIT and Yale. Now I get to make rules about working class, even though I've never worked a day in my life. Go do some research on who I'm talking about. It's not that hard. You got people making work laws that have never worked. That's like the plumber telling you how to fix your pipes and has no clue how it works back there. Well, I think you should do this and that. Why aren't things working? I don't get it. You don't have the experience. You are not qualified. It's all a game. And the more that I say that out loud, I understand Dick Gregory. You know, dyslexia moment. But I understand Dick Gregory. And he used to always say, it's a game. It's a game. And everything that he was like, when I was watching him, he would always talk like it's a game. And sometimes it wasn't even relevant to what they were talking about. What color is the sky? It's a game, man. It's a game. And I'd be like, okay, like, is this just an old moment, or is he just trying to gather his thoughts? Once again, in my naivety. But when you start to really realize how deep the game is, it blows your freaking mind. Because think about this, right? Let's just go through the traditional route that we have been taught. You go to school, you get good grades, you learn how to write, you learn basic math. Our times tables went up to 12. What do we call the 12? A dozen? What other increment of measure do we have past a dozen? Maybe a ton, those types of things. But I'm talking about basic understandings. You got dozen, you got ton. You just know a dozen is 12, a ton's 1,000, right? It was at 10,000. It was 1,000. Anyway, who cares? Okay. So you got school. They teach you that you wake up early, you go to this thing, you eat halfway through the day, you finish up the second half of the day, you go home. They get you used to being reviewed, aka your report cards. What do companies do every single year? Annual review, where you get your report card, you get your grade back on your work performance. You see this? They teach you nothing about true nutrition. I remember in school where we're eating French fries, cheeseburgers, and we get a carton of milk. What kind of combination of that? What kind of combination of foods is that? We got meat and dairy being eaten together. We got fries that are bleached white that do not oxidize in the air, and we are told that that's okay to eat, because that's what's given to us. So we just take it. Oh, this must be food. We can trust them, right? Trust the schools. I forgot who was saying it. It may have been Kali. But either way, I know many people have made this observation. Why do you think there's predominantly in kindergartens and elementary schools, why do you think it's predominantly women that are the teachers? Because women are mothers. It's a motherly face. So you as a child, you just see this woman, you be like, mommy. Not like your real mom, but you relate it, you correlate it. So you be like, oh, it's a lady. That's the nice lady. That's the teacher. Once again, I'm not taking shots at the teachers out there, but it is what it is. And sometimes y'all need to know y'all's role in this. I'm just speaking it. I'm speaking it how I see it. It started off as something motivational to help people, and then I got pissed off, so here we are. So they use the teachers, they use women as teachers to get them into the program, right? So they're teaching you all this type of stuff. They're breaking up all the subjects, and I talked about this. They're breaking up all the subjects and not teaching them together. So you're getting a whole bunch of fragments that you're just sitting here, okay? And I ate this banana about 30 minutes ago. Okay, I got English. That's something completely different than health class in PE. Okay. Let's see. Plastic bottle cap. Environmental science. Textile materials. Learning the different types of things that go into this marker. All these cancerous, poisonous things that are around us that we think are normal. So this is the system that you're in. This brainwashing. They teach you what they want you to know. True or not. 100% true or even 10% true. They want you to know what they want you to know. So you got the time, you got the diet, you know when it's break time, you get a few federal holidays. Well, who else celebrates these federal holidays? Sometimes, corporate America. It's all it's a 10-year training program that you get put into. But then they don't, once again, from my experience, they do not talk about entrepreneurship. What's your dream job, little Timmy? What do you want to do when you grow up? They teach you not to copy down homework, like copy people's homework. Do your own work. That's plagiarism. Like, yes, in the grand scheme of things, don't steal other people's work and take credit for it. But they make you sign a contract in corporate America that says everything you do is for the company. So therefore, who owns the company? So you literally sign away your rights when you sign these contracts, things I wasn't hip to back in the day. They get you to sign your name on a piece of paper sometimes without your parental consent. Sometimes these schools, they identify like a 6-year-old that can't sit still as ADD, ADHD. That's how they get you addicted to opioids at a young age. Some of these things are one molecule away from being methamphetamine. That thing that makes you look like a crackhead with your teeth falling out, your hair looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You telling you do some unspeakable things for $1. For $1, Why is that coming out of your mouth? They get you started early in the school system. All these misdiagnosed children, just because they're young and youthful, and they just want to have fun and aren't supposed to be sitting under these lights and these like non naturally lit rooms and projectors and technology and all this type of stuff. They want to go play. They want to move. They want to go do stuff. I'm actually looking back on it real quick. I'm really jealous of those people back in the day that used to just walk the halls all day. I really used to be jealous of them. I'm like, how do you not get caught? You just walk in the hall all day, and you know that what that person was doing? Sure, trying to be a rebel, but I know if you were a hall walker type of person, like class skipper, you were always thinking about something that had nothing to do with the stupid crap that they're forcing down our necks. You are the true leaders. You were already doing something different back then when people like me were just going along with the program. So respect to y'all. But we are taught that the people that speak back to authority, once again, this is all the programming for society, for these jobs, that you're not supposed to speak back to authority. One of the things I learned from one of my managers I couldn't stand the most is he said, and he had this little snobby voice. This is how he talks. But he was like, in this field, when you work in an office place, the default answer should just be yes, just yes, aka, hey, can you do this very annoying thing? Hey, can you do this thing that I know is my job? I'm gonna pass it on to you. Hey, your default answer should be yes to that. You see what I'm saying? They want drones. They want people that can't think for themselves. Hey, I need you to do this. Yes. They want you to literally be a yes man. I literally got this message from one of my managers. That's why I'm not faking the funk. These are things that people have actually told me specifically verbatim. They want you to be yes men. And when you start off like that and you slowly start to fall back, one of the biggest things I can't wait to do. Hey, can you do this? No. Well, why not? Did you not just ask me? For those of you in corporate America, ain't that how they get you to do stuff? Hey, if you want to go over there and sweep that up, hey, if you want to go start working on that report, hey, if you want to, I don't want to. Now what? Then that's when you know the yes man protocol has been glitched. Why don't you want to go do that work? You asked me, do I want to go do that? I don't want to go do that. That is the actual proper answer to that question. Hey, go do this. Okay, well, that's my job to go do that. So, okay, I will go do that. That's what I agreed upon. But when you're asked, hey, do you want to? No. Why not? I don't want to, but that's not what you asked me. You asked, do you want to? See, that might be me being like a sarcastic, like an asshole taking things too literally, but you see the programming glitch, and I can't wait till one day, just all day, just say no. Hey, we need you to do, no. No. Hey, we need you, no. I think we should have a meeting about your job performance. See, when you're not a yes man, that's when the veil of that family, that work family, dissipates. Now, yes, I'm not saying that there's not good people you can't meet along the way, because we're all in that little rat race together. But you have to understand that we have to break this programming. That's why I say we can't stay in this cookie cutter way that the life wants us to, the way that people want us to live. Sure, I say some things that people agree with and disagree with. Some of it they agree with or some of them they disagree with it because it's way too new. It's way too out there. They haven't been out long enough. And some people are just as aware of me, but they came to a different conclusion. Okay, that's the good thing. But if everyone's thinking the same, that's boring. And that's what corporate America wants you to do. You are trained to be a drone. You literally, that's why, they said, screw it. We already damn near programmed all these humans. Let's actually make robots and just scrap them off. That's the old model. Half the time you get on the phone, you go on Amazon right now, you're talking to a bot. Literally a computer program that can get you to do a review, a return, or you can order something, or you can leave your grievances, all without even having another voice to voice, I guess, conversation with another human. That's where we're going with this. And y'all still give so much power to these jobs. I need my job. You might need it right now, but look what happens and look what you're seeing with this great resignation, right? I mean, I know there's a resignation of the heads and the people that have been doing some trifling stuff, destroying the society. They're all leaving because they're all about to get busted. But I mean, like the people that just say, yo, I don't want to go back to work. The energy is rising and the corporate America structure is a low vibrational thing. That's what happens when you don't adapt with the times. That's what happens when you don't grow and you keep an old antiquated piece of technology going. Eventually it's going to break down, and that's what we're witnessing right now. You know? I feel it waking up in me, and I feel like I can see the finish line, and I'm revving it up. I'm not slowing down. I'm revving it up. You know? But that's just some thoughts for y'all. This was supposed to be a 5-minute video, but whatever. Till the next one, y'all.